This is going to be a video walkthrough of a deep clean of a Weber kettle grill. This will be something you'll do maybe once a year, or if you bought a used grill and you really want to clean it off and get it in like new condition. The first thing you'll need to do is remove the grates and scrape down any big chunks. After you do that, the grill will look a little bit like this. You could do the scraping with a wire brush or maybe a hard piece of plastic, not like a credit card, but something designed for scraping down metal. The goal here is to get the big chunks off of the enamel and to get them out of the way so the deep cleaning can begin. The grill's enamel is pretty tough, but you want to make sure you're moving across it, not gouging into it. Also be aware of any parts of the grill that have no enamel or where they start to rust up a little bit. This will happen below that triangle thing at the bottom of the grill. If you see any rusty parts, just avoid them. Don't dig into them. So now's a good time to put on your mask and we'll start the really deep cleaning. I'll be doing this with a razor scraper, which is that tool in front of you right now. That's really ideal for the job, but you could use any other sort of metal scraping tool. And this will be what you use to really get the baked on fat and grease and debris off the bottom. Again, we're just moving across the enamel and getting that really caked on stuff off. This stuff will not brush off on its own, and even a wire brush won't be able to do it. So some people will say that what you're doing here is removing the seasoning or the flavor from the grill, but I would contend that there's a difference between having a seasoned grill and a grill that just has buildup on it, and there's a point where it's just too much, and you want to just get rid of that stuff and start fresh. I had hit that with this grill, had cooked hundreds of pounds of meat in it, and it was just time to give it a really deep clean. The same will be true if you ever buy a used grill or you want to restore a old Weber. If you don't have a razor scraper, you could use a paint scraper or something like that, but I would definitely recommend a razor scraper if you could find one. They cost about $10 online. Here's an example of how they work really well, and this is the section under the vent cover, the triangle thing. It's just picking up that stuff really well. I could brush it away and it doesn't move, but when you scrape it, it comes right off. This is really a great tool. At this point, you can see the grill's pretty clean. Probably took about 15 minutes of scraping. And you could keep going and always find some more stuff to clean, but it is quite clean. You'll want to go not just vertical, but also horizontal to get some more cleaning. But eventually you'll get to this state where you can start to soap up the grill. And again, we're just trying to get the dust and the big stuff out of there. I started off with a soapy rag, and then I'll move over to some Brillo. Brillo will be sort of like the polishing step after the razor scraper. So if you have industrial strength Brillo or copper mesh or something like that, you can totally use it. I just had home or kitchen type Brillo around, and that's what I'm using. The goal at this point is to get anything that is baked on or cooked on but didn't come off with the razor scraper. And I'm not really stressing out too much, just trying to give it a quick wipe down and get towards the polish of that original enamel. Some of what we're doing here is going to be for aesthetic value. You want the grill to look really clean, but also if you're doing a cleaning, I really wanted to start fresh and have it as close to factory condition as possible. The razor scraper is really going to get anything big enough to affect the quality of your food. Now we're just trying to remove buildup so it's easier to clean next time. Now you can start to see that this multi-step method is really quite effective. After the bottom of the grill is done, do not forget to do the top. This has a lot of stuff baked on it. This is sort of the particles and oils that float up off of whatever you're cooking. And there won't be big chunks, but it's definitely quite dirty. You'll give this one a quick razor scrape like you did before, and then move over to the steel wool. I really focused more on the steel wool this time and less on the scraping. At this point, the cleaning will be moving pretty quickly, and you could stop whenever you're comfortable with the level of the grill. Here you can see the cleaned out top. It's not perfect, but it is quite clean. And there's the bottom. It is near factory condition, which is really great to see. and you are ready to grill again. Again, this is more than you need for typical cleaning. It is really a refurbishment. This is sort of an end of the season cleaning for me and probably for most people, as well as a restoration project, but it definitely has a quality result.